it is Gypsy Medium Emery. Welcome. Today we're going to discuss how to read tarot cards. By the way, this is my baby cat. This is my witchy cat. I call him my spirit animal. I don't know if you've seen the Netflix show called Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. She has a familiar, that's what it's referred to, like an animal that protects her, and that's what my kitty is. His name's Houdini, like the magician Houdini. Alright, so anyways, so you're watching this video obviously if you are wanting to get introduced to the tarot cards, you're wanting to learn about it, you want to learn how to read them, and I can't give you a time frame. That is all up to you. I can't say, oh, you can learn it in a day. Oh, it'll take you a year, or it'll take you, 5 years, whatever. It depends on how much you practice, how much you spend time with your cards, how much you get to know your cards, and how much you really put in the effort of wanting to learn about the tarot. Before, reading the cards or reading anybody or reading a client, I recommend 100% to cleanse your cards or clean your cards, even when you get the new pack, because that allows it to release any old stuff or any old energy that's around the card, and that clears out the energy so that the energy refreshes itself. I do this with myself when I do personal readings with myself, and I 100% do it with clients, because obviously we're tuning into a different energy, we're tuning into a different person. So to cleanse your cards, you can do many things. You can just, I like doing that. You just knock on it, and it just, that vibration itself allows the energy to change. You can use bells over it. You can even sage them with some Palo Santo. You light it up and you allow the smoke to go around the cards, as that is already a way of cleansing the cards. Or you can use sage or Palo Santo. So I highly recommend to cleanse your cards before ever reading yourself or reading another person. And you could do this every time you start a reading. And you could even include a prayer or a little prayer that you can say when you hold the cards for yourself, and you can say for that client when you're reading another person. I love prayers, as that's a way to protect the reading and to bring only positive, good energy. This is my deck. I have it in a little pouch. I started reading tarot cards probably like 4 years ago. I actually started in my early teens, but really officially learning about it was really using it, and then using it with my clients and using it professionally was 4 years ago. But I started reading tarot when I was 15, 14. I would do it just playing around with my friends and my cousins. But the main thing is that you start off with a tarot deck that is comfortable and simple and has the most simplest traditional symbols and images, which my recommendation is to work with the Rider-Waite's traditional tarot deck. These are the traditional images that were created originally with the tarot deck. Nowadays there's different tarot decks that have different artwork, even different imagery for each card. So how do you learn how to read tarot cards? Simple. Spend time with your cards, bond with your cards, and really intuitively connect to each card. Spend time in the sense of journal, have a journal, and go through each card and see, what do you feel? What does it mean to you? What does it look like? Just what do you feel just by looking at the card? And that's how you create your own meanings. So you can start off by looking at the images of the cards day by day. When you have the time, you could go by the suits, which the suits are cups, wands, pentacles, also have the major arcana, which are like the major events, the major changes that are happening in your life. If anyone gets a major arcana card, it's the idea that something major or impacting is gonna happen in your life. So there's a major arcana section in the cards, and then there's the suits, which obviously that takes time to learn. But remember, you're intuitively connecting with your cards. So we could start off with the cups. Let's start off with a suit of cups. We could start off with page of cups, which is, let's look at the image. What does it look like to you? You see a young man, right? He has like a funny little outfit on, right? He looks very maybe artsy, maybe dramatic. He looks like somebody that is fun, right? And guess what? You just described what the card means. It is a man that is artistic, that probably is in the arts, somebody who is very expressive, somebody who has that kind of personality. So when this card comes up in a reading, it usually focuses on a young male that's in your life, or coming in your life, or some, young male that is of this personality, of this nature. So there you go. You can read the cards intuitively just by looking at the images. And for me, that's how I started. I think that's the best way to learn. Just looking at the symbols, looking at the image, and that's what it's about. That's what reading tarot is. So let's go into a wands here, right? Now we're going to a suit of wands. What do you see here? A man, right? He looks really strong. He looks like he's making plans, right? And he's setting goals, right? He looks very strong and determined. Well, guess what? That's what the card means. It's a man that's making goals, being determined. And the wands represents career. Anything that has to do with career, work, or manifesting anything that has to do with, learning a skill, a job. Cups always have to do something with emotional things that have to do with being emotional. The cups is the water aspect of things being emotional, things like that. Emotional things that are going on in your life. Pentacles have to do with money. So every time you see a little coin, you know it has to do with money. Something of money, something of working with money, something of dealing with money. And anything that has to do with swords has to do with something of suffering, or something that is painful, or it can be decisions, taking action. It has to do with the idea of, I could say, sharp things that require a lot of stamina, just strength. So that is basically an overview, and a simple way. I would refer to just learning it intuitively, and with time you just learn. And then if you like, you can go online and you research each card, which is always good to know the meaning of each card. But that's the best way to read tarot cards, by just looking at the image, seeing what you feel. You create your own meanings with the cards, because in the end you're reading them intuitively to your client, to your friend, to yourself, and then eventually you create a bond with each card. Let's say the star card. When you see the star card, what do you think of? Something dreamy, something of wishing upon a star, right? When you think of that, what do you think of? Oh, having hope in something, having faith, being positive. And guess what? That's what it means. So it's not that hard. It's just connecting to it intuitively and then learning how to read it. And that's all has to do with practice. That all has to do with time and practice, and not being afraid to connect with the cards and spend time with the cards. But it is great, if you're going to do this professionally, to learn the history and meaning of the cards. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, as it was just a simple, easy way of learning how to read tarot. And I would recommend to get the traditional deck, like I said, as that is the best imagery that helped me start off as a beginner. So And as you progress, you know, you can get other cards that have other imagery. But I usually stay away from those. I like the traditional imagery as I feel more connected to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pleasure. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know any other requests that you'd like to know about, spiritual topics, or things that you want to know, spirituality, whatnot. So let me know. Hope you guys have a beautiful day or beautiful night. Bye now.